The law and gospel of Joseph sold by his brothers. What's the bad news, the law, that we find in this story? Well, we see that not loving family members is a sin. We see that as Joseph was arrogant. We see that Jacob, he also wasn't good at loving his children equally. And certainly Joseph's brothers were awful as they thought about killing him, and they sold him into slavery. And so even if people aren't easy to get along with, isn't an excuse. It's a sin when we don't love our family. It's a sin. We deserve punishment for that. And then we see lying to cover it up. The brothers did that. So they did something wrong, and then they lied to their father about it. One sin led to another sin, led to more sins, and it kept on for years, and it just made everything worse. See how sins just kind of pile up on each other and made everybody just worse off in the family. That's why we're thankful for the good news, that God protects his people. Joseph was protected, and the Lord had a good plan. God was working all this. He worked around and through those sinful choices, and that's a promise we have from our God, that whatever we've had happen to us in the past or is happening to us now, God has a plan, and he loves us as his children. God always keeps his promises despite people's sin. God had a plan to save the world through Jesus, who would come through this family line, and nothing, no matter what anybody did, even sinful Judas' choice, he would be the ancestor of Jesus. God still kept his promise to bring the world Jesus. God always does that. And then we rejoice God perfectly loved his family in our place. We aren't perfect family members, but Jesus was. He was perfect to his mom and to his dad and to his brothers, even though they weren't always perfect to him. He was perfect in our place. So we can rejoice that God sees us as being perfect. And in heaven, we'll just be one big, perfect, happy family with all our brothers and sisters in Jesus. So what's the big takeaway from Joseph sold by his brothers when it comes to law and gospel? Families can be sinfully abusive. God will protect us and has a plan for us and lifts us out of trauma in this life and into eternity by Jesus. That's the law and gospel of Joseph sold by his brothers.